Okay. Hello everyone. So we're here with another cast from Alchemy League. We're going to go through some sets which were left from Sprint 1. So the first we're going to be looking at is, as you can see on the screen, the Otter one against Alexander. The game 1 is going to be on China Hot Springs, and as such we can... From that we know that this set was played during round 4. And as you can see, it shows Yukon Gold Rush as game 2 map. Look at its civ bans. The Otter one banned Mongols, Japanese and Goths. We've seen all of these civs could do well in the tournament. Goth is kind of a surprise. Not as a ban, but as a civ which has been doing well in the tournament. And then we have Persians, Georgians and Portuguese from Alexander. But again, Persians and Georgians, understandable choices. Portuguese as well. So no surprises here in the draft. Hello, Tech. Do I think the maps are different enough from those available on the ladder? I think they are. Maybe a couple of them can be compared to the ladder. I think Kodiak, the one which has been picked the most, can maybe be compared to some maps on the ladder, but aside from that, I think they're all quite different. And at the same time, some of them we haven't seen enough to really understand how different they are. Like, I think we've seen maybe a couple of games on Kenai Peninsula and 2 on Denali, and that's it. So I don't think we have enough games at the moment to say for sure these maps are different, but I think they're different enough. Going back to the players, as you can see, Otter is a German player. He's around 1600, let's say. Yeah. Otters are known to be vicious, now you know why. And his opponent is Alexander, a player from India, slightly lower elo, as a highest of 1575. So he should be... So Otter should be the favorite here. But Alexander, I don't think he qualifies as a candidate for... Well, candidate. I don't think his elo justifies giving him the handicap, so I don't think he's going to get any. But we'll see once we get into the games, which we're going to be doing right now. Let me just hide the slideshow real quick. And let's go into the game. Okay, so here we are. This is game 1, China Hot Springs. As you can see, Otter has already started building his TC, and Alexander, he's building his TC here. But for some reason he went... Oh. Okay, this is interesting. This is very interesting. So Alexander says, okay, you know what? I have the wood. You don't have a scout, you don't have military early on in Dark Age. I'm just going to take fish in the middle with a mill. That's actually genius. That's a very good play, in my opinion. Because this is going to be faster than building your mill on a deer patch, right? And he's Dravidians, so even when these 2 fish spots run out, this one and this one are still going to be efficient. And there's what? 2025. Oh, yeah, I think this was 2025 as well, so between these 2 it's 450, which is what, like 3 deers? Yeah, it's basically like 3 deers. But the fish doesn't decay, right? So this is going to be a clean 450. Wait, the game is not showing? What? Ah, sorry. I thought I had... Sorry, I thought I had hidden the draft. Sorry about that. So you had no idea what I was talking about. So yeah, Alexander, he built the TC with some of his vills, but he sent 3 straight to the middle to build the mill. And as I was saying, this is going to be a clean 450 from these two, and then you get this one, which is another 225. And probably by the time this one is depleted, his opponent is going to be in feudal, but then at that point you just take the vills and you go back to your TC. And now he's making a fishing ship here, making a second one. He's going to have this safe fish available, and I believe this game was played after the change to the map. So he should be able to fish trap in this pond, so he can invest a lot into this one. Otter, making some fish. He had a deer patch on his TC, so that is nice. And he's also going for the middle fish with both dock and vills. So very good food income from both players. As you can see, Otter is slight. Well, I was about to say slight ahead, but in the arcades, being 100 res ahead is very good actually. So let's talk Sis for a moment. We have Dravidians from Alexander. I think they're a good pick on this map. Just having the starting dock gives you automatically 5 pop space added to the hut you start with. You will have 10 pop space as soon as you begin the game, and I think you start with 8 or 9 villagers, I forget, so you do have the space to make a... what's it called? A fishing ship right away. Of course, he didn't opt for that, he just went for the mill instead. But that's something he could have done. Then, as the game goes on, Dravidians, they kind of struggle with raiding because they lack knights, so you don't really have a strong raiding unit. But they do have some strong options later on, right? They have great elephant archers, they have gunpowder, they have cheaper siege, as far as wood is concerned, so they're a good choice. They're a good choice on nomad maps in general. But on the other hand, we have Byzantines from Otter. And Byzantines have to be one of the most annoying civs to play against, just because of how hard it is to kill them, how fast they can go up to imp, and just defend with skirms, gunpowder, and whatnot. So yeah, this might be a tough fight for... might be a tough game for Alexander. And I just noticed Otter had this kind of spring on his wood line. That's weird, because I know they spawn here and other spots of the map, but I didn't know they could spawn this close to the creek in the middle. That's a little unfortunate, because it's going to make the wood line a little less efficient. But he has a decent lumber camp here. He's going for the second dock. Alexander is already on 3 docks and making fires, so he should be able to take control of the middle quite easily. And oh, well, apparently the horse can damage the dock slightly. Yeah, I didn't know that could. Didn't know you could do that. I'm not really a fan of going fires against Byzantines. I think you have to go galleys. I think you make a couple of galleys, especially if you're up faster. You snipe the fish. And once you have, I would say, 5 to 6 galleys, then you switch to fires. But that's just me. That's how I like to play water in general. Now the issue for Alexander is he has people on wood, yes, but he doesn't have a lumber camp, so as you can see, no wood upgrade from him, whereas Otter already has it. So in the long run, this should be Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, not noticing that instead. But, I mean, as I was saying, in the long run, this should play into Otter's favor. Demo? Ah, killing the geese. Now, Alexander has 2 demos, 5 fires. So he's ahead, military speaking. But he is behind in eco. He's actually behind in fishing ships, and that's it. Because, as you can see, IDLTC is pretty much the same. They'll count as well. Neither player close to being housed. So this is just going to turn into a war for the middle. And if both players are going fires, yeah, the Byzantines have the upper hand. Oh, this could be a nice demo. Ooh, yeah, that was a nice demo. But you need more. So now Alexander is slightly behind when it comes to water fighting, but he's closer to Castle Age if he wanted to. Otter making the market. Does he have a blacksmith? I doubt it. Yeah, he doesn't. Ooh, Alexander actually making an archery range. That's a nice switch. Yes. Apparently there was a pause. Yeah, Otter wants is the archery range. Now with these resources, yeah, you drop a market, and then you take all of these villagers from wood and make and have them take geese instead. You don't need that many on wood when you're going fires, because they cost less than standard galleys, and honestly, the middle at this point is lost. You would have to go full demo here to maybe take back the middle, and Otter is up to castle. He used the market, and what up? Both players sold the stone. So neither player is going to be able to make a tower or a second TC as soon as they get up. But Alexander, he's not making archers. He made the archery range. He could start thinking about a transition to... Oh, he made a demo here. That's sad. He could start thinking about transitioning to archers. Right? He has the eco for that. So just start making archers, because Otter has not switched to land yet. He's now going to make a stable, and this is going to hurt Alexander. Because, yes, Byzantines don't get bloodlines, but a couple of knights inner the castle when there are no military, when there's no units out for Otter, it could be disaster. Right, if those knights run here, or here, or here, there's nothing protecting the villagers, especially when he sold the stone. If you're not making military, just buy 100 stone so that you can drop it to sea, either here on the stone or here on the gold. Ooh, this would be a huge spot for TC. Actually, can you fit one there? I don't think you can fit a TC here, right? Those look like 3 tiles. Don't have my mod zone for capture rate. You can definitely fit one here, but not here. That's sad. That would have been a great spot. Ooh, dock block. Not going to work because this villager is going to burn to death. Yeah. Yeah, and as I was saying, just one night. No upgrades, but it's going to be enough. Fire ship from Otter. Oh, Alexander got the upgrade as well. But he's very behind in ships numbers. I think I think at this point you stop investing so much on water. Maybe work your way towards the castle and drop it here or here, and then you can make docks underneath that if you really want to take back water control. But at this point, you're just wasting resources. And here, yeah, TC here, you're going to be able to take the stone. Yeah, Alexander needs monks. There's just 3 knights on the field. You have the wood to drop in monastery, just drop it. A couple of good conversions are just going to swing this game. Well, not swing it, but they will take the pressure off you. And then you can start even collecting relics. There's 2 on your side. Actually, how many relics are there? 3? Just 4, right? Oh no, 5. Yeah, and this 5th one is on Alexander's side, so he's going to have access to 3 relics. And honestly, once you have monks, you could even be annoying with the fires. You can convert them from the land. They don't have that much space to run to, so you could do a lot with monks here. How much has Alexander? Ooh, also Alexander needs to... Yeah, you need to take your horse and just scout here, because this is where you want to expand eventually. See, Otter has already scouted a good portion of his side of the map. He doesn't need to scout that much this area, because he knows there's just wood over there. But he has found all the important resources, right? The extra golds and stones. He knows about this patch of deer. I'm guessing there's another stone or gold over there. Yeah. And the eco difference is huge as well. But of course, because Alexander has 0 on food, and that's... Oh, he built them there. Okay, so this was still the bugged version. Okay. I mean, you have so much wood. Just drop farms or monasteries. Now, granted, Dravidian monks, not the best. You're missing redemption. And, well, illumination if you're going to imp. And fervor. Redemption is the big one. But as long as you don't see siege and you just want to be converting knights, they're fine. You don't have to go all in on monks. You can just make a couple of to defend yourself. But he seriously needs some farms and no eco upgrades from him. Otter only has the woodman, but he's not going on farm. I mean, he has 3 farms, so that's still fine. He's still taking the fish here, undisturbed. He could probably just drop a couple of ducks here if he wanted to. He has the control of the middle, so but he's not floating that much wood. He's just spending it. And now he's making ore galleys. So I'm guessing he wants to prevent a castle from going up too close to the shoreline. Just a house. Also, if you're Otter, monastery, does he have a university? Not yet, but at this point you could start thinking about Imperial. Because you have control of the middle, so... You have control of the middle. Your eco is nicely set up, I would say. You have so many on wood, so eventually you can just start thinking about dropping extra farms as you go on, but you can start thinking about Imperial at this point. There's no pressure on you. Yeah, you denied this castle because of your war galley. You know what your opponent's base looks like, because you've been there multiple times. You know he's not on farms. Yeah, selling. Oh, okay, no, I thought it was selling for... in order to go up to Imperial. Wait, maybe he did? Because he got 553 gold. Huh. Did he buy something with that gold? Ah, yeah, he bought food. Okay. This is such a huge eco. And sure, the castle goes up, but now what? Yeah, I think he's just buying food. Maybe he wanted the food to get Heavy Plow, and once Heavy Plow gets in, he drops more farms, but... Yeah, that's actually one of the things which annoys me the most about this game. And that's the fact that Horse Collar, if you click it, and then you drop a farm immediately after you click it, the tech is going to come in before the farm completes. But with Heavy Plow, that's not the case, because it takes way longer than Horse Collar to come in. So the timing is different. So if you drop farms as soon as you click Heavy Plow, by the time they're completed, Heavy Plow is going to be, I think, 50% way in. And that kind of screws with the timing. But that's just a personal pet peeve of mine. Alexander refusing to make farms. I don't understand why. And Otter is getting so much value out of a very small land army because he has 6 knights and 3 mangonels. That's it. And he's idling everything from... well, not idling, but he's keeping so much pressure on his opponent with so little... wait. Oh, okay. I think Alexander is giving too much importance to the middle water at this point. Right, I mean, I like the idea of eventually taking it back, but I think at the moment you have more pressing issues. And Otter just giga booming and up to Imperial. Honestly, he could drop a castle and go full Cataphracts if he wanted to, with the kind of eco he has. Cataphracts, Dromons. And what are Dravidians going to do against that? I mean, they could do Elephant Archer, but yeah, Alexander doesn't have the eco to do that. Well, he doesn't have the eco to do anything, really. Oh, he killed the... I mean, he destroyed the ships on this side, but at this point of the game, that's probably even better for Otter, because he freed pop space. So... Otter didn't really need control on this side at this point of the game. Because look, this is giving nothing to Alexander. Yeah, Alexander calls the GG. Doesn't even wait for him to come in. someone followed? Oh, thank you for the follow, Sapson. You will play your games in 30 minutes. We'll see, because I have to cast this, and I really want to cast the some others, because all of these racks are from Sprint 1, and they're from a older patch. And I know how to go back one patch, but I don't know how to go back 2 or more patches. So I want to get these games out of the way while we can still cast them. So I'll see what our schedule is like later on. But yeah, I mean, I have 1 game left from this set, which I don't think is going to take more than 30 minutes anyway. So yeah, we'll see after that one. Anyway, quick look at statistics. But just in case, when you start the game, send me the just send me the code on Discord for the room. And if I'm done with this set, and you send me the code between this set and the next one, I could probably catch it live. So APMs are actually similar. Yeah. Kill ratio way bigger for Otter, who, as I was saying, he won with very little army. Right? It was mostly, I mean, this 26 was mostly Navy. Yeah. Resource collected way more for Otter. He was actually later to Feudal. But it's not like he went fast castle, right? He was later to Feudal and still won water. That's how strong the Byzantine fires are. Yeah, so let me load the second game real quick. Load replay. Okay. Here we are. So game 1 goes to Otter. So this is game 2. We are on Yukon Gold Rush. Now this map, as you can see, there's a river in the middle with gold scattered all over it. And players start with a mining camp in the middle and 3 villagers. Now, Armenians start with a mule card actually. Okay. Okay, I have to admit, I haven't tested this with Armenians or Georgians, and so I didn't know they started with a mule card. I just thought they started with the mining camp themselves, even though they cannot build one. But this changes a lot, because it basically gives Armenians the same start as Georgians. Yeah, you cannot drop fish in the mule cart. The only food you can drop in the mule cart is the deer. Well, hunts. Any other kind of source of food, you cannot drop it with on the mule cart. You need a mill for that. But this is interesting. I mean, makes it useless on this start, because you still need to build a mill to get the fish. But depending on when you spawn with your villagers, you might be able to get some hunt, because sometimes your villagers start in a position where, yes, they're close to fish, but there's also hunt in the back. So if you take your mule cart and go hunt that instead of taking the fish, you can still get some decent food income. It's not going to be as fast as fish, but at the same time, you wouldn't need to drop the mill, so you save that 100 wood, which is nice. But anyway, we see Otter with Lithuanians doing the super fast militia build. And is he trying to lame the deer? Because it's unlikely you will find some damage with the militia on the villagers in the middle. Because the moment you see the militia coming, you can just get loom and 3 villagers kill 2 militia. Yeah. Alexander knows about the militia and he knows about this forward. I think this is an overreaction. You don't really need the militia of your own. You just get loom. And you be sure you keep your villagers in groups bigger than 3. Oh, wait. We missed a death here. Sorry, let me go back real quick. Oh, he lost the villager to the wolf. That's sad. So you're making team militia yourself. Honestly, as Armenians you could even justify making spears instead of militia at this point. Because yes, one spear is going to die one-on-one against the militia. Not by that much. Because sure, spears have 1 less attack, but they have 5 more HP. So it should be closer than people think. But spears are like 25 food cheaper. And they don't cost gold, they cost 25 wood instead. So at this stage of the game, I think that's easier on your eco, right? And you don't really need the spears to fight the militia one-on-one, you just need them as support for your villagers. But you need loom. You really need loom here. Maybe he thinks he got it? I don't know, but this has caused a lot of idle TC time, but at the same time, Otter has some idle TC of his own, so maybe he's not that used to the very early Lithuanian militia rush, or the fact that he was microing his units to kill the deer just took his focus away from his TC, so his production just kind of suffered from that. But now he's the one on the receiving end, right? I mean, this villager, does he have loom? Yeah, he does. Yeah, this villager and that militia should be able to kill the 2 militias. But Alexander is going to be able to go up to feudal here. And honestly, at this point, you already have mule cards. You just go to gold. And you make archers. You open archers and you kind of win here. I mean, you can go scouts, I guess. Because this is very open still. And you might be able to find kills here on the middle. But he needs to sort his eco. Dropping farms at this stage of the game is not that great to see. I mean, just send these villagers all to berries. You get the feudal, you get your stable up, and once you get your stable, you get horse color, and then you start dropping farms. You don't really need to drop farms now, especially when you have these berries and these berries. He's being a little bit too scared of the militia, I think. Because every militia from Otter is weak. So they will lose 1v1 against the villager. You just take 5 villagers and you send them to berries and he can never kill you. He's getting men at arms. Okay. Okay, does Otter still... yeah, Otter's going archer range, as he should. He's going to get man-at-arms, and he's still making militia. Okay. So here he wants to go into militia archer. Or... I wonder if he's thinking skirmisher, militia skirmishers, because he's not on... oh, no, no, okay, archers. Yeah, man-at-arms archer can be a strong combo here. It's going to be quite costly though, because he doesn't have supplies, and I don't think he gets it as... yeah. Yeah, you don't get supplies as Lithuanians, so going militia is kind of sad. Alexander, though, he got supplies. So maybe he's thinking about making more militia here. Archer range now. He has a lot of farms. Okay. 10 farms against 3, so his Fudiko is going to be way better than Otter. Getting loom now. Okay. But at this point, you start walling up. You make a couple of skirmishes, maybe to protect yourself. So Armenians are weird, because you get spearmen in Dark Age, and you get longswords in feudal, and then you get champion and two-handed in castle. But I think for balance reasons, you don't get men-at-arms in Dark Age. So aside from men-at-arms, you can get every militia, barrack upgrades. Aside from, you know, supplies and squires, you get them 1 age earlier. But men-at-arms is the only exception, and I think it's for balance, for balancing reasons. Otherwise, people could just go full Dark Age men-at-arms, and that would be kind of a nightmare on some maps, if done correctly, I think. Yeah, skirmishers are going to be able to take care of this. Ooh, fletching already into Otter, though. Okay, blacksmith, probably to get fletching himself. Okay, Otter has started making more farms, so his eco is going to shoot up. Still no horse collar. I know there are people who are very opinionated about the importance of horse collar. Personally, I like getting it before starting making farms. Unless you're on a map like Arena, where you need to make farms in Dark Age to be able to pull off the build. Ooh, castle is up for Otter. Who sold the stone? Alexander, he should be able to get to castle without selling the stone. Just off of his eco. And I know this gives a power spike advantage to Otter, but there aren't that many archers yet still in the field. I mean, he's making more, but if you can maybe kill 3 archers before they get upgraded to crossbow, that's good, because then you just need to wall up and survive until you get to castle yourself. Oh yeah, this was a good cleanup for Alexander. Yeah, Now Otter is going to get to castle with 5, maybe 7 archers. And sure, 5 to 7 archers, crossbows, sorry, are going to be scary, but this gives Alexander time to wall up and mount his defense. And considering how much wood he's floating, and the fact that he's kinda safe behind this, he could just drop a TC here on the gold and the wood. And maybe one here forward, if he can hide the villagers, and then he's going to be fine. And at this point he has more archers, right? He's going to have to soon have the gold to go up, and the food. As long as he plays defensively for the next 2 to 3 minutes, he's fine. Because Otter, he could be making knights, but he doesn't have the eco at the moment. So it's either a knight now. Yeah, he's going to make a knight instead of getting the crossbow upgrade. It makes sense, right? With a knight you can just look for these units. Ooh, ooh, ooh. This could be some oh, Otter sees it. Villager dead? Yes. He's not going to get that one. Oh, maybe yes. Oh, oh. Ah. But now he's up to castle. And a dog. Okay. Okay, I like this guy. Honestly, now that you see knights, you could drop a second barracks, get pikeman upgrade as you're going up, and then once you get to castle, you just drop a siege workshop and you go pike siege. I know Armenian siege is not the best, but that's... Ooh, here it is. Here it is. But yeah, you could go siege in Dark Age, right? Dark Age. I wish we got siege in Dark Age. Siege in Castle Age. Because yeah, you don't get siege onager and you don't get siege engineers. But that's fine. That's still fine in Castle Age, right? If you want to go pike mangonel. Yeah, maybe don't throw your pikes like this. Okay, so now Otter sees the pikes and he's adding crossbows, because he knows his knights are not going to be as useful. Does he have a monastery? He's not thinking relics yet. What does he know about the relics on the map? He sees one in Alexander's base. Okay. That will explain why he's not going for relics. TC here, nice. And honestly, now that the pressure is all on this side, you sneak a couple of vills behind here. Delete the house. You make a TC here, and then you just rebuild the house, and you're fine. You're going to have safe gold access and safe wood. Wait, does he know about the gold though? Yeah, he does. Fortified church, ooh. Yeah, that's good for defense. Yeah, actually, considering how much wood you're floating, making a couple of fortified churches just to keep the crossbows off your farms is a good choice. Otter making his second TC now. And forward siege workshop, okay. I'm not sure I like the switch into crossbow. I think once again, Alexander needs monks. I know they're going to die against the crossbows, but you might want to try and convert at least 1 or 2 knights. Just to be able to run around. And if he knew about the siege workshop, then he would probably want them to snipe eventually the mangonels or whatnot. Okay, siege workshop of his own. Does he know about that one? No, he doesn't. Look at the idle TC though, from Alexander. Yeah, now Alexander, just like the previous game, he's floating a lot of wood. Which is kind of weird to me. Archery range. I mean, no, he still has less crossbows. There's 6 crossbows here. More here for supporting the push. Okay, that's good. You cleaned it up, so now you have access to the wood line. Scorpions. Yeah, why not? Ooh, Otter is not playing around. 3rd ram. Will we see a 4th? Or... No, okay. I mean, you can probably... I mean, the church is going to go down. But you can kill the knights. And then you have more crossbows. So you could actually take down the rams with the villagers, and then you just kill the crossbows with your own and the scorpions. And all that push did was destroy one church. He's running after the scorpions with the rams. But yeah, this TC is not going down. Ram is going to die. Oh, but there's a castle here. Oh, okay. So the ram push was actually a distraction from the main attack. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. And behind this, Otter Zico is looking quite decent. I mean, 20 farms should be enough to keep up the build production from 2 TCs and just 1 stable. And honestly, now he could even stop making knights and focus on making lighties, because they're slightly cheaper on food, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe there's the same amount of food but less gold. Let me check real quick. Oh no, they actually cost 10 more food than the knights, okay. But they are cheaper on gold. Making a monastery to get the relics, I suppose. I wouldn't mind him making... Oh. Okay, I like this play from Alexander. He knows there is nothing he can do about this castle at the moment with his army. So he's going to just try and get some damage into Otter's base. But Otter is completely walled. The only exposed portion of his base would be this gate, which is going to go down super fast to the crossbows, but he can just wall behind us. And now sure, Alexander has the army advantage, but it's just crossbows against the castle. And he's behind by 30 veils. So he needs to make this army count. But yeah, there's a workshop with double workshop with scorpions from Otter. So he's going to be able to defend from this. He just dropped his 3rd TC. I like Town Watch. Best tech in the game. And Alexander is making barracks? I mean, if you're Otter, you might even want to get the unique tech from Lithuanians just for the extra range on your TCs, just to be safe. You don't really need to, but that's another tech I really like. I mean, sure, Alexander is finding kills, and that's great and all, but he's still behind by 30 veils. He needed to do a lot more damage than that. Okay, so now he has enough stone to drop a castle of his own. He might want to drop it... I'm guessing here. Either here or... Well, no, here makes no sense, right? You want to drop it here so you stop the push. And then maybe... you can go up to him behind that, but not with this eco. I mean, if he drops the castle here... Oh, there's a second one from Otter coming up. If he drops the castle here, then suddenly all of this area is safe, and yeah, and you can just farm behind this. Without having to worry too much. Spanning the wood, let's go. Yeah, Otter took control of his 3rd gold. And he basically denied the first one. So this is all the gold Alexander has left. Although granted, he is Armenians. And he's losing villagers to one single knight, which is weak. So, but he's Armenians, so his ideal army composition is not that gold intensive, right? He could write his way out of the game with just trash. But he needs a defensive castle to be able to keep his eco safe. And get back into the game behind that. But Otter's eco is looking so good. And I'm guessing he's going to go up to 40 farms. And then start thinking about Imperial. Because at this point... you have your opponent cornered. And realistically, the only way you could lose this if your opponent is going imp behind this and he traps down your castles. Right, so I think you need to start thinking about Imperial yourself. Because there's nothing your opponent is going to be able to do in castle age against 2 castles in his face. You can even say, okay, let's be doubly safe, and you stonewall here. You just stonewall your opponent in, so you know he's not going to go anywhere. Because you know you're way ahead with eco and army. Second castle. Wait, don't tell me there's a hole. Oh, there's a hole. Ooh, 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 ooh. composite bowman. Okay, this castle is going up. And honestly... Ah, no. Otter has already tanked the wood cost at the market. I mean, Alexander could sell stone to go up to imp, but he's going to need it to repair his castles, and Otter is about to go to click. There it is. Yeah, look at that, 400 wood for 56 gold. That's... yeah, that's tanked. Because it's 14 wood for... 14 gold per 10 wood. That's the lowest price you will get. Without guild. Oh, this is good find for Otter. Oh, okay. Don't lose the mangonel to the castle. Oof, living on the edge there. But yeah, Alexander still hasn't clicked up to Imperial, so he's in a bad spot here. He has the stone to repair his castle. Does he have a university? Getting a university. I would like to see masonry from that, so that your castle stays up a little bit more. A little bit longer, sorry. And this one is on a hill, so Otter is probably going to trap from this position. And if you get masonry and you're up a hill, I think you can auto-repair a single trap with 7 vills. So that should be fine, but... yeah, Alexander needs imp. He's going to click imp after Otter gets to it. Yeah, and cause the GG. So, 2-0 for Otter. Well played to both of them. I think Alexander played way better in this one compared to the previous one. The previous one, it felt like he fell apart, and from one point in the game onward, he didn't really have a clear idea of what he wanted to do. But here, he played very well. Like, he took his army and went to Otter's base when he knew he had no use for it in his own base. And keep in mind, he was also raiding in feudal, so he was very proactive with his units. But yeah, in the end, Otter realized his opponent had 2 gold forwards, so he said, okay, I'm going to worry about my own eco afterwards. For the moment, let's just put pressure on my opponent and deny those forward resources. And in doing so, he basically secured the game. So well played to Otter as well. Let's take a quick look at the statistics. Oh, military was actually in favor of Alexander. I wonder why. Oh, because he had a bigger army. And once again, Otter securing the victory with little army. But yeah, look at that eco difference. He was up to castle faster, he was up to imperial faster. But yeah. So, that was the first set of the day. I don't know if Sepson is still in the chat, because he was supposed to be playing, I think now. So he hasn't sent me the link, but yeah, let's just go for other recordings. Okay, so here's the draft. So this one was Otter against Alexander. And the next one we have is Mighty Space Brute, also known as Biscuits, against Nope. Once again, the game 1 is going to be on China Hot Springs, and game 2 they picked Reykjavik. Now, we have... Oh, okay, I see Georgians, Persians, and Huns from Biscuits. Every single band makes sense there. And then we have Italians. Ethiopians is a weird one to me. Okay, that's an interesting band. And Spanish from Nope. I can see Spanish because of both China Hot Springs and Reykjavik. And the same goes for Italians. I think we've seen Italians played on China Hot Springs against the Spanish, actually, and they won. No, wait, they lost, if I recall correctly. But yeah, anyway, you can make Italians work on both maps, so that's an understandable ban. Now, what I see here is a lack of bans of is a lack of Mongol ban. So let's keep an eye out for that, because we might see a Mongol war on Reykjavik. Now, speaking of the players, Biscuit is from the US, so 1400. Whereas Nope, he is from India. He's a 1200. He's currently at his highest elo. And if I recall correctly, we casted him last time, or the time before that, and he was actually the underdog. And I don't remember if he won 2-0 or if he tied against his opponent 1-1. I know he won at least one game, and he played amazingly, from what I remember. So I remember playing him in the previous season of the tournament, and he was already playing good at the time. But looking at him now, I think he's improving a lot. So I'm very looking forward to this set to see what he's going to show us. And I'm also looking forward to what Biscuits is going to do, because I remember the previous set I casted from him. He went for a Relic and Wonder Victory in the same game. So, yeah, he has some nice ideas. Now, let me load the games real quick. So, according to what they shared in the Discord, there was a restore for game 1. So I'm going to load the first part now, and then once we get to the end of it, we'll just load the second one. And here we are. So China Hot Springs, we have Japanese for Nope here in the north, against Biscuits as the Sicilians. Okay. Here in the south. Now, Japanese, very understandable choice. There's a lot of fish on this map, and because of the wood bonus on your drop of buildings, you have a smooth eco and whatnot, and your fishing ships are going to be working faster. So that's very nice. I'm not sure why we're seeing Sicilians. Don't get me wrong, I love Sicilians as a civ. They're one of my favorites. But I'm very curious to see what Biscuit has in store for us on this one with them. So, we have a dock in the middle for Nope, who's already going for the shorefish. Now, I don't remember if it was him, but there was someone last time who actually later on in the game made a meal here and just started taking the fish with the villagers. I think it was Nope. I might be remembering wrongly, but I think it was him. Now, Biscuit's not going for the middle dock. He's just going to be happy making fishing ships here in his little pond. Okay, I think he's going now. Yeah, this villager is going to make the house and then the dock, judging by the wood amount. Nope, just made just right now his first fishing ship. And I wonder the second one, and the second one as well is going to be here. So I'm guessing he's going to make 2 here and then follow up with some here in the middle. You don't really have to invest that much. I don't think you want to invest too much on this one at the start. Later on, with the new version of the map, you can invest... Sorry, you can invest more because of the possibility of building fish traps. But then again, it's not like on Black Forest where you're like, okay, I'm walled up, I'm safe, I can invest wood on that. Here you're going to have to be fighting your opponent as early as feudal. So making fish traps is something which comes into play, I would say, mid-castle or late castle when you're actually floating wood. But making fish traps in feudal on this map is going to be a little bit too much. I mean, you can, but then you won't have the wood to fight for the middle. Which is why I think that making 2... Oh, he's making 4. Okay. But yeah, I think making 2 is the right call here. And then maybe you add more later on. I mean, he's also making them in the middle, so that's fine. Okay, so for the moment, nothing more to say. I was thinking about the Civ matchup, and I think in the long run, Sicilians might struggle against Japanese. Because what do Sicilians have? Okay, so they have an amazing unique unit. Japanese can deal with that, because the Japanese unique unit kills the Sicilian unique unit. And then Sicilians, they have great heavy cavalry because it takes less bonus damage and has more pierce armor. So arbalesters don't really work against Sicilian cavalier. And halbs are not as effective as they normally are. But then again, Japanese halberdiers attack faster, so that kind of negates or well balances out the Sicilian bonus. Because I think the Sicilian bonus is, what, 33% less bonus damage for land units. Guess what? Japanese halberdiers attack 33% faster, so that should be balancing out. And then Japanese also get access to hand cannon as a way to deal with the Sicilian eventual infantry. So yeah, I think this is a tough matchup for Sicilians. Now, Sicilians do get siege onager with siege engineers, and Japanese have no access to bomber cannon. So siege onager with siege engineers might be a good choice for Sicilians. They could even consider heavy scorpion, actually. Heavy scorpion sergeant, and maybe you're okay. Yeah, Japanese too gets redemption, so if you go siege onager, there's the risk of getting that converted, which is probably why I probably prefer heavy scorpion, right? Because then they cost less, so you're going to have more scorpions than you would have onagers. And if they convert one, then it's not just going to be destroying your whole army with one single shot. It's going to do some damage, but getting a clean shot from a heavy scorpion is not as dangerous as getting one from a siege onager. Okay, so both players are already in feudal. They've already clicked to castle, so they both went fast castle, and they're making some navy in the middle. And we have a donjon from Biscuits, who is also mining more stone. Okay, so is this going to be a dungeon rush from him? Because yes, sergeants, they get countered by samurai, but you need a castle for samurai. Whereas for sergeants, you can just make one dungeon, make sergeants from there, and then the sergeant can make more dungeons to create more sergeants. And sergeants in castle have amazing stats. I think, okay, they don't kill a knight 1v1, but they can hold their own against a knight. Oh, hey Otter, we just finished casting your set against Alexander. Okay, so Biscuits making the spears to kill the ship, because spears, they get a bonus attack against ships. Okay, so Nope just dropping second TC. Biscuits is not, but he's also winning the middle. That's going to be nice. And I wonder what he's going to do from here, because there are no sergeants yet on the field. So maybe this was just one-off to kind of protect this choke point. He's making knights, so I wonder if he's going to... Wait, he had more stone. Oh, he's dropping another dungeon here. Okay. Okay, that surprises me, because I saw knights, and I saw people still on stone, so I was wondering if he was going to get map control with knights and maybe drop a castle on his opponent's face, because that would be an option. But apparently not, he's just building defensive dungeons. He's making now the second TC. And he's actually ahead in bills and fishing ships, so yeah. I mean, he has water, so delaying the second TC makes sense, because you're going to be having additional eco anyway. Okay, now we see the sergeant. He should die to the CA, and the fishing ships should die to the CA. And if you let the CA numbers get out of hand, this could be very troublesome for Biscuits. Ooh, wait. Oh, he doesn't know. Fletching came in. I wonder if you're going to be seen... With Bot King, you can range, I think, every single villager on this side of the gold, which is nice. But I'm surprised Nope didn't track that sergeant, because he saw that. Unless his units were attacking the sergeant while he wasn't watching because he was doing something else. So he didn't exactly notice that sergeant. And, oh yeah. Okay, game over, because as they said, the game crashed midway through. So let me load the second part real quick. Okay, here it is. Okay, nope, getting raided by knights. Ah, I love this from Biscuits. Yeah, this is a great dungeon. I mean, Nope still... He could go for this gold, if he wanted to. Right, he's going to have this safe stone, just mine 100 of it. And you can drop a 4 TC on this gold. Actually... Why is it shooting blacksmith? I don't know why. Oh, I think he couldn't range the villagers because he's missing Botkin. Don't think he could reach. Maybe the villagers finished this section of the gold while the dungeon was going up, so it couldn't really reach them. I'm guessing that's why. Either that or, as always, the devs are saying, oh, we fixed this about towers, and yeah, you fixed it about towers, but not dungeons. Anyway. So, yeah, Nope now is forced to go for this gold, which is going to be exposed, right? There's nothing here protecting the villagers, so a couple of knights could do a lot of damage. And Biscuits, he's still mining stone. So he could either keep harassing his opponent and dungeon creeping, or the moment he sees his opponent's CA are in the back of his base, he could go forward with, I don't know, 7 bills and just drop a castle here. Right, you deny this farms, you deny this gold and the stone. And because of how fast Sicilians build castles, if you start making it while your opponent is back here with his units, you can get it up. But no, he's going to opt for defensive dungeons. I like that. That's an alternative way to defend from CA. Most people like going Scorpions. But while Biscuit is thinking, well, no, because I need to micro Scorpions, whereas dungeons, I just drop them and we're fine. Okay, Siege Workshop. So he's going to use... he's going to use the dungeons as a defensive option. As a defensive options for his own siege. That's good thinking. Five pierce armor for those guys. So the CA are just doing 2 damage on a 75 HP unit. That's so good. Oh, he lost the blacksmith. Yeah. Yeah, they're tickling them. Ooh, actually. Get herbal medicine. Please, Biscuits. Get herbal medicine. To heal up your sergeants. You know what? Maybe if he ejects this way and goes here with the sergeants, maybe he doesn't deny the castle, but I think he kills like 5 to 7 fills. But yeah, that castle is going to destroy the dungeon. But that's fine, right? Because now, yo, sure, you used your stone here. I'm just going to keep building my dungeons this way instead. Yeah, I'm guessing he destroyed the blacksmith with the sergeants actually, just to be annoying and avoid him getting the upgrades. I'm really liking this from Biscuits. Okay, this TC... it's not going to do too much, right? Because one dungeon here outranges the TC, but has both the stone and the golden range. Ooh, we have... Okay, we have rams now. He could even hop into the ram with the sergeants. Oh, he destroyed the blacksmith with the ram, you think? Okay, yeah, that would make sense. Does he have arson, actually? Ooh, oh, not even squires. I would like to see squires, but I can understand. This is very chaotic, so maybe he's not even thinking about it. And as I say chaotic, though, look at Biscuits Eco. Right, he has farms. He has 3 TCs. He's going to be farming some more. He has the second farming upgrade. So as Sicilians, that's double the effectiveness. He's going to be taking out this TC. Oh. But nope, he's making samurai. Yeah, I think you need to be making way more. He's housed. Yeah. Yeah, at this point, your opponent is going Sergeant, Skirmisher. Samurai should be your best option. Oh, that's enough stone for a castle. Okay, he's not coming forward, so maybe he wants to... Yeah, he's dropping more dungeons, isn't it? Yeah. And Biscuits... Let me check something real quick. Yeah, he's getting relics. So he might be going for relic victory. Because I saw a monk, yeah, taking in this relic. He sees this one, and he sees this one. And honestly, in a situation like this, where you're the one applying the pressure, starting that relic count is even better, because you know your opponent is going to be feeling much more pressure than you are. And it's going to be taking him even longer to get to your monastery, because he has to get through your whole offensive, which in this case is also dungeons. So nice play from Biscuits. But now we see the samurai. How many does he have? 11. Yeah, 11 samurai should be enough to kill 15 sergeants. Maybe not to kill the skirmishers. Okay, castle here. Probably to secure this stone. It's going to be running into the... Oh, no, 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 no. Get away, that's a Sicilian castle. Ooh. Yeah, Biscuits waking up to imp. Yeah. And Nope calls this easy. Okay. So game 1 goes to Biscuits, who I think played this amazingly. I really like the dungeon idea, especially against the civilization like Japanese, because nowadays everyone is playing CA with Japanese, so both as a defensive and offensive option, I really like the dungeon. Well played to Nope as well. I think it was unfortunate he didn't notice this dungeon, and that's kind of where it all started snowballing, because then from this one you have the position to drop even more. Probably could have switched to samurai a little earlier, but I mean, you still need a castle for that, so I can understand. But yeah, both players played very well. That was an entertaining game. So let's go to game 2 real quick. Oh, actually, let me look at the statistics real quickly. Okay, so more military and economy for Biscuits. Three relics. He was probably going for the 4th. I will check in a moment. More villagers. And more APM. Was he going for the... Okay, no, he wasn't going for the relics. Never mind. Okay. So next one is going to be game 2 on Utkevik. Let's see. Okay, here we are. And we have Bohemians and Byzantines. Okay, that's a surprise because, quick reminder, we had Mongols available. So neither player chose Mongols. And I wonder, oh no, Biscuits. Ah, that's a sad TC. That's a very sad TC. I mean, this one isn't that much better, but okay, it's going to be a balanced game at the very least. But I mean, Nope is going to have to chop this one before he has the wood to make a lumber camp. Biscuits still hasn't made a dock, so he will eventually have the wood to make a lumber camp here, or I don't know where else, because this one is a decent wood line. I'm guessing maybe this one. Yeah, I've noticed the winter generation, aside from having ice and so no dip fish, it also tends to have way smaller wood lines. So it's probably the most brutal out of the 2 generations. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm surprised we're not seeing Mongols here. So I'm wondering if they just had a gentleman's agreement to not get them. I don't know, Pleb. I actually, on a map like Chandrila Lake, I think I prefer the winter generation. I think that suits me more. Because I know you don't get the deep fish to play it like a hybrid map with fishing ships and whatnot, but I think the having to go for short fish makes your uptimes a little bit faster because of how fast the short fish comes in with the villagers. But anyway, back to the civs. I mean, I can see Bohemians, right? It's a nomad map. You get a castle up, and you make the wagons. Your opponent is going to be running everywhere around the map, because this is also a very open map, so it's going to be hard to run away from those. Byzantines, I mean, they're a good civ in general, right? So I don't mind them. I just believe there were better options, but then again, as Otter says, if they like these civs, maybe they just want to play into their counter zone, which I understand, because I tend to do that as well. But yeah, aside from the civs, I'm just curious to see how they're going to be playing around with the amount of resources they have. Okay, so Biscuits has not docked. He's probably thinking about it. Oh, does he know about the bear? He doesn't know about the bear. I wonder if he's using the goose to just go ahead and see if there are any bears around. Yeah, I think he was, because now he saw the bear and he's like, nope, I'm not docking there, I'm docking here. And this is a nice spot, actually. You get access to all of this. And your villager can just gather this for, I would say, in a somewhat efficient way. Yeah, I think I prefer this dock position to Nope's. But then again, Nope had his dock up way earlier than his opponent, and he's already on 3 fishing ships. So yeah, in the long run, this is going to be less efficient, but he's going to have an eco boost. And as I say that, he's slightly behind in res collected, so I know nothing about the game. Back to land. Back to land, Biscuit is going for the mill on the steer. Makes sense. Okay, Nope going for the mill on the berries because he doesn't need one for these steers, because they were right beside his TC, which is nice. What's the scouting like? Okay, so Biscuit sees quite a lot of deer pitches. I cannot speak today, sorry. Sees a lot of deer patches. What about Nope? Okay, he knows about this, that. Yeah, okay. Both players have a good understanding of what the resources are like around their base. Nope is going to have to go to this wood line. Does he see anything else? I don't think it's worth it to make a lumber camp here. Maybe he could scout the... Okay, no, that's not a wood line. Okay, both players up. I wonder if they're going to be fighting for water. Because... I mean, I think you can go this way, right? To get to your opponent's dock. Okay, so Nope doesn't know about Biscuit's dock. Does Biscuits know about Nope's? No, they don't know. So neither player knows the other one has docked. So I wonder if we're going to be seeing a fire ship or a galley straight away. Nothing from Biscuits, who hasn't really been investing that much on water. So he's going to be able to... Yeah, he's going to be able to go up to castle. He actually has the wood for a blacksmith because he's Bohemians. Yeah. So I wonder if he's going to sell... Yeah, he will have to sell 100 stone and maybe 100... Oh, he sells all of the stone to go up to castle. Okay, but if you do that and you're planning on dropping a castle, you would have to send more to stone, I think. And Nope is up as well. Okay, so Nope is behind 2 vills because of the TC idle time. But he has 5 fishing ships, so I think that kind of makes up for that. And as you can see, he is ahead in res collected now. Now the issue for Nope is going to be, he's about to run out of wood here. So I'm wondering if he's thinking about dropping a TC here to have better protection for his woodline. Okay, so we have barracks and we have stable. He's making a scout. He's not making more, so he's probably just going to use this to go around the map and scout it, just to see what his opponent is up to. And Biscuits, I thought he was going for a castle drop, but he has just 2 on stone, so not exactly. But then what is his plan right now? Okay, so Biscuits, he has access to a bigger portion of the map, and as such he has access to better woodlines. Like you could drop a TC here in between, could drop a lumber camp here, a TC here. So he doesn't really need to be playing aggressive as of now. Whereas Nope, he kinda has to, right? Because he is going to be short on resources and he's making knights just to raid his opponent, because he also knows his opponent is on exposed resources. Yeah, I think the knights are just going to raid Otter, because it's kind of hard to wall your resources in on this map, because they're going to be depleted so fast. Why are you there with the knights? Second TC. Okay, now he's moving. I mean, he knows about this area, so he should have beelined for that instead of going all the way around. Maybe he wanted to see if there were some villagers around here, because he sees a big woodland here, so he probably thought, oh, he might have a lumber camp there. Oh, Bohemian pikes. Okay. Those are not nice to see when you're going knights. Oh. That's sad. Okay, TC here. Oh, actually. Nope, made a single fire ship. A third TC, okay. Okay, the stone count is rising, and this might be bad for Nope, because there are pikes on the field. So once Biscuits gets to the stone amount needed for a castle, he could just come forward with the spears and drop a TC. Sorry, drop a castle on his opponent's TC. Does he know about that one on the right side? Yeah, he knows about this. So he could just come forward with the spears and drop a castle here, because it fits. And then Nope has no way to deny that. Oh, he's going for this one instead. Okay. I mean, it's okay. It also protects a gold if you want to take it. This is a bit more aggressive, but this is safer. He doesn't really need to be playing that aggressive, because, as I said, he has more map control. Okay, Nope, of course, knows about this because he is Byzantine, so he sees everything. I mean, this castle, aside from protecting this stone and this gold, does nothing. I mean, yeah, it's going to take down the TC, but that's fine. And I think if you're Nope now, you need maybe Siege? You see Pikes. You see an opponent castle, so there might be a unique unit. Mangonels, Scorpions, they kind of take care of that. I actually don't know how Scorpions do against the Hussite wagons. Because I don't think Scorpions has a bonus damage against Siege. I would have to check that. But they do pierce damage, so they probably don't do too well. I'm guessing these knights were converted, right? Yeah, there's no stable from Biscuits. 4th TC from Nope, okay. But we might see a second castle from Biscuits. I mean... Okay, he doesn't know about these 2 TCs. If he knew, a castle right here would be amazing. And he might know it now. He just needs to move his knight a little bit, and he's going to be able to see all of this. Ooh, getting chemistry in castle, okay. For what though? He's not making archers, so... Oh! He's probably going to make hand cannons. Which is smart, because you're going to have a ranged unit which costs no wood. And that's very nice on a map like this, where you have little to no wood. Aside from the fact that, you know, hand cannons are amazing in Castle Age, you also have that benefit. I think you delete this castle. Do you? Oh my god, he's going to win the castle race. This is so nice for Biscuits. And I mean, even after dropping this one, he still has the stone for another one. So we went from dungeon creep in game 1 to castle creep in game 2. Yeah, I don't think this castle... Yeah, and Nope goes the GG. Wow. That was a rough one for Nope. But well played to Biscuits. Both games, he has really been using the strengths of his Civ. Right? He went for the dungeons game 1. And now, because you get the mining upgrades for free with Bohemians, he just went for castle dropping. Which makes even more sense on a map like this, because you don't really have the eco access to be making a lot of armies. So he just figured, well, what do I have? I have stone. I'm just going to castle drop him to death. And that worked. Nope, I think he played well, because he had a better eco on water, right? So, okay, now Biscuits has more resources collected, but at one time, Nope was ahead of almost 1k. And that was because of the water. And he made one fire, and he didn't overcommit because he realized his opponent was not making water anyway. He probably could have dropped a couple of extra docks to make the fish more efficient, but at the same time, do you really want to do that when you have so little wood access? So yeah. yeah, that was a good one. For one moment, I also thought the night raids were going to give him a huge advantage. I think if instead of going this way with the first two knights, he went straight for this area, he could have found so much damage. And I'm not saying that would have won in the game, but it would have given him a lot more time to set up his base. And I think the stone... No, it wasn't here. I think it was here. If he comes here with the knights, you can probably deny that stone, so the castle drop itself is delayed and whatnot. Any kind of snowballs, but again, I think he thought there was a wood line here and wanted to be clever about it. But it kind of backfired. Anyway, so that was our second set for the day. Let's go back to the drafts. Okay. Okay, now we have Happytheandy against Felix. So, this is their set from Sprint 1, just to be clear. I know Tech casted the set from Sprint 2. So, this was round 4, as you can see from China Hot Spring being game 1. And we have, once again, Yukon as a game 2 map. Okay. So people are starting to get tired of Kodiak and they're going for the other maps. That's nice to see. Now, as for bans, we have got Hans and the random Magyar. Hans and Gods makes sense. We've seen Hans do very well on China Hot Springs. And I think Gods were picked once on Yukon Gold Rush and they just won. And then, well, Georgians and Minions and Mongols, that goes without saying. Let's look at the players. So, Happytheandy, player from the UK, 1700. And then we have Felix from Germany, who is slightly lower. He's about 100 euro lower, almost 200. But I don't think he qualifies for the handicap advantage. Okay, so let me load the games real quick. And against Felix, this one. Okay, where's OBS? Here we go. Okay, so we have Persians for Felix against Japanese for Happytheandy. So Japanese picked once again for the same reasons we said last time. Actually, I think it might have been Happytheandy who went for the meal here on the fish. I would have to double check that. But anyway, Persians on the other hand, amazing civ on hybrid and nomad style maps, right? So this is a no-brainer. Now, Felix is a little unfortunate with this wood line. There's a hot spring right in the middle of it, so he's not going to have access to that much wood. He probably saw that at the start, so he could have opted for another spot, but at the same time, as Persians, you start with plus 50 wood, so dropping a lumber camp. I mean, you don't really want to use your bonus for that, but at least it gives you a chance there. Happytheandy has an amazing TC spot. Good wood, gold, and food. Looking at the map. Now, because of this woodline being this stretchy, could also be easy to wall, right? You just wall this area, and then you can do something like that, and you have a safe area here. Although aside from this gold and this stone, you don't really have much back here. I mean, you could have the wood line, but that's it. Okay, so Felix going for the dock in the middle. We see that from Andy as well. Okay, fishing ship difference already showing, but that's also due to the fact that Persians produce them faster, so not that much of a surprise there. I'm guessing, yeah, he'll probably drop a mill here as soon as he gets the wood, because he's not making another fishing ship, so he's saving the wood for that. Oh, he had to make house. Got house, but yeah, making loom, that's fine. Yeah, Tech, that's a very long wood line, and I was thinking, because we had a similar situation in the previous game as well, where one player had a hot spring, just nuking one of his wood lines close to the spawn point of his villagers, right? And then, I mean, this one, I think this one is normal. You usually have that, but having this one or one here would be a little bit tough. So maybe that's something to look into for the map. I don't know. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that and it's just up to luck. But that's a weird generation, in my opinion. But having said that, Felix saying, I don't care about my bad luck, I'm up to fiddle faster than my opponent, I'm also Persian, so see you later. He still has only one dock here in the middle. So maybe he's not going to be contesting that much. Then again, he's Persians. His production is going to be better. And his opponent is on one. Oh. Militia. Wait. Does he know about his opponent's base? His opponent's base? Okay, so he doesn't know. He hasn't seen the TC, but he can kind of imagine that, I mean, it's not here. And it's not here. And he saw the dock here, so it goes without saying that it's going to be in this area. And he knows this one got nuked by the pond, and he sees this gold. So his reasoning is, unless there's another gold here, which is unlikely, this is going to be exposed. Either this or some other resource is going to be exposed. And these are Japanese men-at-arms now. They attack faster. So that villager is dead. He knows about the second dock, so he knows his opponent is going to be going for water. He also sees the fire ship here. So he knows he doesn't have to worry too much about land military from his opponent. And honestly, once he takes down this hut, he can just walk this way and find damage on these villagers, because he sees those. So already very good opening from Happytheandy. Very aggressive one. He's probably going to be losing water. But, I mean, he's on 2 docks, right? So he can just build up his numbers. And once he does enough damage on land, and thus he delays the water production, he can just jump on his own opponent on water as well. Oh, he might be able to take down this mining camp. Oh, Felix is not repairing. Okay, now he is. Oh, he's taking down the fire with the infantry. Alright. I like this level of aggression from Happytheandy. Now, if you're going to go this much into man-at-arms, I wonder if it's worth it to get supplies. Nah. He's probably stopping after this one. And now he's making archery range. Yeah, Zach, I also think going for this kind of aggression works even better now that people have mostly been playing this map with just water play, right? So they're not expecting something so early on land. And that takes them by surprise. And as I was saying, yes, you win. Yes, you're maybe a little behind on land, on water, sorry. But because of the damage you're doing on land, you're giving yourself a chance on water. So this was a very good play from Happytheandy. And especially against Persians, which are a very scary civ on Nomad. On Nomad style maps. This tower is a little unfortunate, but then again, he probably... Yeah, he... Well, actually, it's going to deny 7 villagers, so that's still worth it. And see, he denied the gold, so no more fires from you, Felix. Where would he have to go to get gold? Here or here, but the men-at-arms are roaming this area, so you would have to sneak villagers here, and then they would be exposed, so... Yeah, he's going to have to market his way up to castle. But even then, what does castle do for you? Oh. Okay, that could have been worse. Okay, granted, Felix, he doesn't have to go out like this. Right, he's got plenty of geese under his TC. I think he could just sell some food, go up to castle, you drop a stable here. And then sure, you don't have gold access for the moment. But it's fine, you're going to be up to castle very fast. You maybe sell food, you have the berries and the geese anyway, so you have food income. You make two, maybe 3 nights. And those should be enough to clean up this feudal army. And then you just take it from there. I know maybe some people would like to see Felix stay in feudal and fight it, but I think you're too much behind at this moment. When it comes to army, you're never going to catch up with army numbers, so you need a stronger army to kind of balance that out. And this source has been so valuable for Happytheandy. It has been telling him where every single enemy unit is. Fletching, so you don't really want to be fighting this with vills. Oh, you have skirmishers, so maybe that's okay. But look at the eco difference. A 16 vill difference, and he has fishing ships. And honestly, if you're Happytheandy, at this point you start adding docks and fishing ships, considering how much wood you have. Okay, Felix is in castle and... yeah, and has nothing to show for it. 17 vills. Yeah, Happy is very happy. Handy is very happy now. He has been brutal. That's the best way, I think. That's the best way to describe him, I think. And he got supplies. So he's probably doubling down on men-at-arms, and that makes sense, right? If you get a decent number of men-at-arms or what's called long swordsmen with arson and gambeson, yeah, sure, these are Persian TCs, but you can take them down. You don't even need to invest into the siege workshop. which would make sense because now you probably want the wood to add eco, and yeah, he's adding docks, so I'm guessing we're going to be seeing more fishing ships from him. Either that or make another TC, more farms. Okay, this TC is nice from Felix. But I don't think he's going to be happy when he sees Andy in Castle Age. Oh, game over. Oh, wait. Let me check real quick, because I think... Okay, so... As they said in the Discord when they posted the Rex, so game 1 dropped. But because Castle Age was 1 second from coming in, Felix called it GG. Right, because they probably talked it over on Discord, and Felix asked him how far he was from Castle, and he said, oh, I'm 1 second away from it, and he just called it, and they just went to game 2. Either that, or maybe they restored, and as soon as the restore comes in, Castle Age comes in for Happytheandy, and Felix calls it GG, so yeah. They didn't even bother posting an eventual restore. So, game 1 goes to Happytheandy with a very good execution. Felix, I think he was a little unfortunate with the build line, but aside from that, he played this very clean with the opening. He just was caught by surprise by Andy's land aggression, and that basically screwed with his whole plan, because he was investing so much on water, but got nothing out of it. So, very well played from Andy. He basically said, okay, is this the meta right now? I'm going to break it. And he broke it indeed. So, let's go to game 2. Which is going to be on Yukon. Okay, here we are. Okay, so we have Khmer for Felix and Aztecs from Andy. Okay. Aztecs is an interesting choice. I think it's the second time I've seen them in a tournament. If I'm not mistaken, Biscuits picked them on Columbia, and he actually got all of the relics. So that was amazing. But honestly, seeing how Andy played game 1, I like it as a choice. Because they are a very aggressive civ, and he has been playing very aggressively. So this might play straight into his strengths. Now this isn't the most open map. It's not that hard to wall. But eagles in your eco are always a pain to deal with. So that's a good choice. And Khmer from Felix, I mean, they are an overall well civ, well rounded. So in the middle they just build docks and they're taking fish. I'm actually surprised they both went for dock instead of a mill. So I'm guessing they plan on making some navy in feudal or later on into the game. I don't know if it's worth it, because this plays out very differently from China Hot Springs, right? Because in China Hot Springs you're closer with your TCs and there's more fish in the middle, so it makes more sense to get water control. Here there is so much space where your opponent's unit can cross. So you might be thinking, okay, I'm going for a demo. Yeah, good luck finding your opponent units. If you can find them, that's huge. I agree. But I think that's too much of a big what if to justify the investment. But we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they'll prove me wrong. So slight advantage for as collected from handy. I mean, it makes sense with the Aztec collection bonus. And he's going for the barracks. Lumin. And if he's switching to militia right now, he can just take one villager and put it on gold. One, maybe two should be enough to keep up militia production if he wants to go for that. Okay, Felix, getting room as well, might be able to click up by the time that's done. Maybe not, because the hunters are quite far away from the TC. Yeah, he's going to make one more Vil and then click up. But Andy's going for militia. I think it might be too late for a militia now. Right, because Felix is up. He has Loom, so two militia are not going to be... They're not going to be doing that much damage. And Andy's going to be way later to Feudal Age. I think Felix is going to be to Feudal by the time Andy clicks. And 3 villagers win against 2 militia, as long as you micro them. Yeah, and Felix knows that. He could also block with the horse if he wanted to. Now 3 militia might be different, but these two already took some damage, so... Oh, you think he's going fast castle? I mean, that could work, but then I think you would want to be walling up already if you're going fast castle, right? Okay, Felix is not watching, he's not looking, so now, yeah, he might lose this Vil. Micros it away. No, never mind. Militia the walls, yeah. Okay, now archery range. He's on gold. You know, seeing Felix wall like this makes me think he's been playing this game for a while, because this is the kind of wall people used to do before we realized that TCs don't hit anything. Right? This militia can just run this way. Yeah, TCs used to be better. I actually don't know if it was the TCs who were better or if people just didn't know how to dodge them. But yeah, it does feel like TCs just used to hit things. Now they don't. Although I have to say, if it is if it is your scout running to underneath the opponent's DC, not even underneath, like running this way, if it is your scout, it's going to get hit. If it's your enemy's scout, it's never going to get hit. Okay, so Andy, with his pressure, found 2 veil kills and a horse. Felix, he's not that ahead. Yeah, he's behind in Rest Collected. And yeah, Otter was right. He's going fast castle. He's making an archery range though. Oh, I'm guessing he saw the archers and now he's making some skirmishers just to not die while he's going up to castle. Yeah, there they are. Yeah, I mean, his castle is going to be a little delayed compared to what he might have wanted. But at the same time, if you're not walled and you know archers are coming, I think it's worth it to delay it by 2 villagers and get skirms out to protect yourself. Because now, yeah, he can just click. There we go. Yeah, I mean, I like Feudal Eagles. It's just, even with Aztecs, they produce so slowly that, you know, see, by the time, now that these archers are here, had he made Eagles, he probably would have won. And he didn't have enough on gold to go for Eagles anyway, because he's taking the middle gold. Who actually... Oh... Yeah. All of his gold is here. So if he wants to go Eagles, he has to go for this gold. Does Felix know about it? Okay, Felix doesn't know about the gold. So... that's not too bad. But yeah, he's not going to be able to make Eagles. I mean, he would have to maybe drop a... I mean, even if he wants to protect his gold with TCs, you cannot drop one here. I mean, you would have to make it here. I don't think you can fit one there, so you would have to drop it here, but then the gold is exposed. You would have to drop the TC here. But then I think crossbows from here can range your villagers, so... So yeah. So not only is his golds are forward, they're also in horrible positions where you cannot really protect them with TCs. Yeah, squires, armor, he's making Eagles. I mean, he has a market, so maybe he can sell some food and whatnot. He doesn't need much for Eagles anyway. But the thing is, the Eagle production started right now, and Felix is 50 seconds away from castle. And double stable knight spam from Khmer can pretty much counter the Eagle spam. Yeah, I agree. I agree. In this case, you make the warrior upgrade later on. Unless you were able to mass something like 7 Eagles as you were going up. Because that upgrade is so costly. And depending on what you're fighting, it might be worth it to delay it. Because it doesn't change the attack. I think it gives you 5 more HP and you move faster. And you, I don't know if you produce faster as well, because I know you get that with crossbows. But yeah, if you know you're fighting against knights, or maybe he didn't, maybe he thought his opponent was going to stay on archers. But yeah, if you're fighting against knights, you don't really need to get the upgrades straight away. I think having more numbers is better. I can see why you would want to upgrade against archers, because if your unit is slower, then you're never going to catch up with the enemy. But against knights, just go for more units. Yeah, I think he loses this. There are too many knights. I know there are spears in the middle, but in the mist, but yeah. Maybe? Oh, actually we have... No, okay, we have upgrades from the knights. Okay, that went better than I thought. Yeah, I would attack Palisades, I think. You might not get in, but you... Because they go down faster than a stable, you actually force a reaction from your opponent. I know you might want to get to take down the stables to delay night production. But if you see the flags on them, you should realize that without Arson, you're not going to be able to take them down faster than he makes knights to kill your eagles. Maybe if he had more spears in there to better counter the knights, you could make an argument for it. Okay, now with the monastery, you could definitely go for the stables, right? Because you won't have to worry as much about knights, because, oh, you have knights? Cool, I want them too. And just take them. Now, the thing is, Andy's eco behind this is not the best. Whereas Felix is dropping his 3rd TC and just clan the eagles. Oh, no, sorry. Oh, sorry. Okay, I thought that was the whole army. No, okay, they're still here. Okay, so Felix, I'm not sure I like the 3rd TC. I think 2 was fine. Now you might struggle with night production, and you don't really want to fall behind in numbers against eagles. Especially against double monastery. Okay, yeah, I like this from Andy. And he did make a demo. Okay. Yeah, suddenly this is a number of eagles you cannot fight with this many knights. Underneath the TC you could, yeah. I'm not sure why Felix made a monk. Oh, maybe just to heal. Either to heal or to eventually get back any converted knights. But yeah, all the monk's decks are coming in. I mean, we could also see... Oh, sorry, I keep clicking randomly. We could also see Redemption from Andy. And honestly, he could start converting stables, houses, the blacksmith. Granted, now he's taking down the stable with eagles. Scouts against Aztec monks with eagles supporting them, they don't really work, right? These guys are too tanky. How many barracks for Andy? Okay, he's got 3. He's not producing from all of them. Oh, there we are. Redemption. Don't lose the monk to the TC, please. Okay. Yeah, attack. I figured you would approve the Aztec monks. Yeah, I agree. I mean, yeah, he needs siege. Either that or arson. But no, he's opting for the siege. And I mean, behind this, Felix's eco is decent. He's switching into light cav. I'm not too sure I like that. Sure, it's great for the monks. But light cav just dies to the eagles. Sniping one monk. 2 monks, okay. Losing this monk to the TC. Okay, that was sloppy from Andy. Felix giving himself a chance there. Because now there's 0 monks from Andy. And this is the power of the Khmer Recall. Full spam of light cav. Okay. Castle coming for from Andy. Okay. Okay, here's the thing. With just one will, he sees that. Okay. Yeah, he sees the castle going up and... Okay, the Khmer spam might be able to catch up with the Aztec one. Or not. Yeah, no. This was too much. Oh, actually, if you snipe the mangonels... Okay, now you might be fine. I think this castle goes up. Yeah, it does. But now you have egos in your eco. Oh no, he's going back. He's dropping this castle. Okay, it denies a couple of farms and the stone. Okay, I think if you're Felix now, you might want to drop a workshop of your own and make up a couple of scorpions. They're not great against egos, but just for the pikes. I mean, I know there's just one and it's not even forward, but if you keep up the knight and light cav spam, and honestly, at this point, I would rather see the knight spam. I know you want to avoid giving knights to your opponent, but honestly, if you have, I don't know, let's say you get to 20 knights, and you're against 20 eagles and 3 monks, right? Sure. Your opponent converts 3 knights. It's 17 knights against 20 eagles. And 3 knights. I think you still win that. Oh, also, did he get devotion? He didn't. He might want to. This is not a good fight. Go back. Now, I know Felix is being pressured here, but look at this echo behind. Right? As long as you have a couple of knights here, and you have the castle here, maybe you close this up. So the eagles have to go this way, or this way, so they have to go underneath the castle. You keep knights here. You don't really care that much about this position being lost. I mean, it sucks. But, oh. He got the stables. He got a stable. Are we going to see Gelato? Yeah, imp from Andy. But honestly, Felix is not that far away. If he sells the wood and maybe holds back with the light cap production. Yeah. He's he's using the food. Oh, There it is. Let's go, Andy. Yeah, now if Felix sells 300 food, he has the goal to go up. And with 7 on stone, he might be able to out-repair this one. And then you just spam Hussar. Yeah, there we go, Imperial. You might even want to stonewall this area, just to avoid Eco's getting to your Eco. I think you might want to be stonewalling yourself. You kill the castle with traps, because you're going to have 2 castles to make traps from. So probably you stonewall yourself, you take down the castle, and then you just raid. You raid Handy. Because you know he's on Eagle economy, so it's going to be very, very fragile. Do we have a university from Felix? No. So no masonry. Okay. Plate mail. It's going to be a while before Andy can afford Elite Eagle Warrior, because that's what, 800 food, 600 gold, something like that. If I'm not mistaken. Oh no, 500 gold. But I mean, he doesn't have enough on food. And 40 Khmer farms and rising. Yeah. Felix might actually lose this castle. It's not the end of the world. Might be justifiable to buy a second one, a third one to drop here, because then the traps have to come out of the castle's range to trap it down, so you can snipe them with the Hussar. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like this choice. You know you have the better eco. You know you're going to be able to keep up unit production, so you get a big mess, you get a big production behind that, and then you clash. And you know that even if both armies get cleaned, you're going to have the economy to replenish your units. He is not going to have it. He's making traps. Oh, he's ousted because he lost the castle. That's sad. And the Hussars might lose to the Eagles. Yeah, yeah, no, this... He needed more Hussars, yeah. Yeah, and calls the GG. I think he should have waited. I know you're going to lose this position. Just make more stables. Make more stables behind this. And with more Hussars, you can probably take it. GG, that's unfortunate. I think Felix defended very well. Right? Because he handled the pressure here very well while expanding. I think he needed to be more patient with his units. And maybe in castle, instead of focusing so much on light cav, he could have stayed on knights. I know you don't want to give them to your opponent, but if you get to such big mass that having even 4 less doesn't make that much of a difference, is enough to clean up the army. And as I said, you know you have the eco. Your opponent doesn't, so him losing his whole army is basically GG for him. So yeah, Happytheandy showing us he's a very aggressive player. He keeps up the pressure, and it worked out in both games. Very well played from him. Okay, so that was our third set. I think it's also going to be the last for today, because I have a tournament to play in 5 hours, so I want to take a break and maybe warm up a little bit. Thanks to anyone who joined. I don't know when the next cast is going to be, and I don't know if we're going to be getting another patch before that, so more games might break. Let's hope not, because it's pretty annoying. But yeah, I'll be uploading this to YouTube, I think, either tomorrow or on Tuesday. I'll have to see. But in the meantime, you'll be able to watch the VOD here on Twitch.